Hi guys, today I just wanted to talk to you a little bit about succulent maintenance in summer. Well, number one thing, you can remove dried up leaves. Check regularly your plants for pests. During the summer, they're really active. Here I can show you how hidden they are. So in some between the leaves, you see this white right here where my finger is. So that's where mealybugs are. And sometimes it's hard to see them. So you really have to look at your plants, not just the top, but you can sometimes see them right in the middle of the rosettes, and some other times they're in between the leaves. Yeah. So what do I use for mealybugs and aphids is most of the time alcohol, 70% alcohol that you can buy in any store almost. I just recently sprayed this Fred Ives that has million babies. Look at this. So this actually is kind of ready for beheading, but I still don't want to. But this one here, this is my Echeveria imbricata. It's really beautiful. Has so many babies underneath that I think it's time to chop it. So part of the maintenance is sometimes propagating, cutting plants, trimming them so that they have a nice look all through the year. This one actually also had mealybugs, and I just sprayed it yesterday. So when you are propagating and chopping off the head, you want to cut it off a little bit underneath these leaves. I mean, sometimes you can also cut it somewhere in the middle and leave some leaves. But in this case, since I have a lot of nice babies growing, I want to just cut where underneath this main rosette, like this. Here we go. And then just allowing these rosettes to take over this space. Well, I didn't know that there is more rosettes here. I suppose I can detach this one. Here it is. This one is quite nice as well. And so I'm just going to let this callus, which means let it dry a little bit. You can also use a rooting hormone, and I'm going to chop off this bloom and throw that away. And yeah, so when it dries up a little bit, I'm going to place it in the dry soil. There is that. It does have one little baby left. Then I have this one. I don't like how this look on the side, so I'm gonna go ahead and cut this one as well. So these guys will be growing in this pot. Another thing that I don't like is this pink granite. This is a hybrid that, I mean, I like the plant, but I don't like how it looks when it's kind of empty in the middle, but has like long branches, so it's wide in diameter. It also easily sheds. So I'm going to trim some of these long branches. It's getting cooler, so hopefully they're gonna root. Um, you see, you touch them and they shed pretty easily. Sometimes what I do when these dry a little bit and ready to root, I will make a space right in the middle and tuck them back in the same pot to get the fuller look. These branches that you cut, they will usually start to have new rosettes growing. I don't know what happened with some of the middle branches. You see, I think that they had a rot. We had a lot of rain, so that it's possible that happened. I'm just gonna clean up the leaves that fell off because I don't want to propagate leaves at the moment. And I'm gonna just throw away this. Let's see if I can do this. get the leaves out. Yeah, so that's the plan. So when these dry up a little bit, I think I'm gonna place them in the middle. Kyla, you're pushing my succulent. He just has to be involved. The other one that I wanted to show you that I regularly trim during the spring, summer, fall is my ghosty and my Darly Sunshine. These plants tend to get really wide in diameter. So it's not just because of the aesthetics, but a practical reason. It's kind of hard to keep them together with the other plants when their branches are 6-7 inches in outside of the pot. So as you can see, I have trimmed this one many times. So this one is actually not bad at the moment, so I'm not gonna trim it. I'm hoping to sell this one actually. I'm a little sad to let it go, but I have a pot of rooted same plant, and I'm trying not to have two pots of the same plant, which is so hard with some of the favorites that I like to propagate. The other thing that you can do that's part of the maintenance that I do every few weeks is move the pots, sweep a little bit around them. Maybe today, since we're talking about the maintenance and propagation, I'm going to show you plants that are in the front of the house. That is the area that's facing east, and I get sun from 7:30 in the morning all the way till about 1:30 in the afternoon. Everybody loves that area. So whenever I have plants that are a little bit struggling or fussy, I take them over there. I do not have as many plants as I used to over there because I sold this summer, I would say probably 160 pots. So we're gonna see whatever it's left there. Yeah. So this is the front of the house. I have a lavender plant that I need to put in the ground. It's right here. I have a propagation of jade because I don't have jade anymore. I sold my big jade. That was really hard. What I have here is some of the hawortias and stapelias that are elevated because a rabbit kept eating my hawortias and coming back ate obtusa, and I was really sad about this one because I love this one, and it ate a lot of the pieces, so I ended up separating it. You can see it's missing part. I'm hoping it's going to recover. This one was eaten, few pots of this one. So anyway, and then all of my blooms were eaten from this plant. On the deck, actually, I caught the bunny that came to the deck, climbed the steps, went underneath the fence, and ate the stapelia. So I placed it here, and I'm hoping, cross fingers, that this is gonna work. So these are not all my hawortias, just some that I felt would benefit from a rain because they seem to be waking up and drying. This one has been pretty dried up, so I'm hoping they're gonna be happy here. This is one of the new additions. I'm really liking that one. This is the one that Amanda gave me that grew quite a lot of leaves. I can't wait for that to fill the space. This is another new one that I just got from Mountain Crest Gardens, and it's called Hawortia Mantelli. I don't know how it's gonna look when it's a little bit bigger. Then yeah, so I have some. Wow, this one fell out. So this one was pretty dry, and I just decided to put it on rain, and it actually firm up on the edges. So I'm hoping it's gonna be happier here. This is Shinty. I just took some cuttings from this one. There was a lot of them, and I'm gonna try to propagate. I think this is Pilansi, if I remember. This is one of the imported ones. Can't remember the name of this one. This is Procumbens. This is Schneideriana. This is just Orbea variegata. Stapelia. I just beheaded this one. It used to be variegated, so we'll see what happens. I think this is Primulina Tourette. I don't know what this one is until I get bloom ones from it. These are my different Buddhas. Been growing from very small, so we'll see if they're gonna do well. This one has been under rain whole summer and started growing a lot of new rosettes. I still have lost in the past. I'm not losing Buddha's temple as much, but I sometimes buy a lot of little ones and grow them and then sell them when they're bigger. But I just enjoy seeing them grow. Um, let's see on below here. I have some parsley. I just took some cuttings of my string of buttons. The reason why I did it now in August, sorry about the noise, is because I feel like they're waking up. It's a little bit cooler mornings, so I'm hoping they're gonna root the cuttings that I took, and I hope that there will be new branches growing here. These are all cuttings from this one. These are some cuttings, some already rooted. These are cuttings that I think are almost rooted. Some of the euphorbia cuttings. Yeah, this is Debly spina. There is another one here that I rooted. This is Greenway. This euphorbia here, beautiful color. These are all for sale plants. I have Euphorbia restricta. I have a lot of pinky trumpet that I propagated. You can see close up. I love this Echeveria. I think it's so cool. These are still very little, so they're gonna need time to get to this size. I have some Tephro these were one on top of each other, and I accidentally knocked it off because they were all the way on the top window in my plant room. So since they fell, I decided to propagate them. Most of these are for sale. This is beheaded Fred Ives. There's some more Fred Ives. Really beautiful Echeveria. I think it's called Big Blue or something like that. Gets pink on the edges, curly. This is Graptopetalum murasaki. This is Violet, I think, Queen. This is the one that I beheaded recently. That's the one where the heads are right there. So hopefully it will have a lot of babies. This is beheaded Fred Eyes, one of the oldest plants that I have here. I finally beheaded it, and there is a ton of pups. I have way too much red eyes, but it just gives me so much satisfaction to watch it grow. This is Purple Delight. These are mostly all for sale. I'm just waiting for them to grow a little bigger. This is also for sale because it's a duplicate cactus. This one was kind of not great looking, but I think it's gonna outgrow these bad leaves, and I might keep it. This is also something I may keep. I don't know if I'm gonna sell these when they recover a bit. There is a little tray that I had with some leaves. I think I'm gonna take most of these to conservatory and just not keep them, just give them away. This one I may keep. This little Echeveria, we'll see. Then I have a lot of Euphorbia here. They're all for sale. Some black gem. over here that's gonna get black because I just took it outside. I have some variegated Puntia Joseph's coat. I sold some of it. These are all for sale, duplicates. This one I may be keeping some of it. This is Blue Pearl Reptivaria. So yeah, so most of the things that I have outside here are for sale, except for here on top, some of those Stapelius and Cavortius and some of the Chrysalis. But yeah, so this is the front of the house. So you can see how we did the landscaping here. This was my idea, having like on both sides stones and then alternating boxwood hostas and water lilies. So yeah, that's the front of the house. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you soon with the update on plants in my plant room, 4-season room. Have a great week.